What's going on, guys? I'm Matt O'Leary here with a breaking news video for the New York Jets. The Jets are hiring Todd Downing as their new passing game coordinator to serve under Nathaniel Hackett, who will be the Jets offensive coordinator. And today what I wanted to do was just go through and talk about who Todd Downing is, in case you are unaware, and just talk about the different connections to the different kinds of quarterbacks that the Jets could be going after. Obviously, we know Nathaniel Hackett has the Aaron Rodgers connection, but Todd Downing has the connection to a couple of different quarterbacks. So let's go through his resume, which has been a little up and down, and we'll get into why it's been a little up and down. The last 2 years, he served as the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans and didn't necessarily have the best impact on that offense. In 2022, they were 30th in yards and 28th in points. Passing offense, 30th and 28th as well. Overall offense and just passing specific. Now, keep in mind, Ryan Tannehill only played 12 games. So you had about, 5 starts from backup quarterbacks and Malik Willis, who really couldn't throw the football. So tough spot. Not going to kill him over that one, but that doesn't necessarily jump off the page at you for an impressive resume as a passing coordinator. In 2021, a little bit better, about middle of the pack. Overall, offensively, 17th in yards, 15th in points. Passing 24th in yards, 19th in touchdowns. Obviously, with Derrick Henry, they're going to be very run heavy. So not super surprising, specifically in 2021, that they were average to slightly below average as a passing offense. Rushing offense was okay. Again, middle of the pack, 15th in points, 17th in yards. It's all okay. He was also an offensive coordinator for the then Oakland Raiders in 2017. They were 17th in yards and 23 in points, and right smack dab down the middle as a passing offense, 16th in yards, 16th in touchdowns. So he has worked with both Derek Carr and Ryan Tannehill. So those are going to be your quarterback connections. Obviously, Rodgers and Nathaniel Hackett have worked closely together, so that's going to be the connection there. But if they were to strike out on Aaron Rodgers, does that then mean, okay, they'd be comfortable pivoting to either Derek Carr or Ryan Tannehill because of the connections that they had there? Also, when just going through the rest of his resume, there are other stops along the way that show he worked with Derek Carr and had some success with Derek Carr and other quarterbacks. I mean, early on in his career, his first quarterback coaching job was with the Detroit Lions from 2011 to 2013. And that 2011 season from Matthew Stafford was fantastic. This is one of the bright spots on his career as a coach. Stafford threw for 5,000 yards, 41 touchdowns in 2011. So obviously, as his quarterback coach, has to get some credit there. In 2014, he had a brief cup of coffee 1 year as the quarterback coach for the Buffalo Bills under Doug Marrone. The staff gets wiped out after that. So obviously, he does not keep that job. We'll talk about where he went after, but he did not have the best quarterback room, but got decent production out of Kyle Orton and EJ Manuel, more so Kyle Orton. That team finished 9-7 and was sneaky okay. Kyle Orton put up, I think, 250 passing yards per game and 18 touchdowns and 11 or 12 starts that year. So not terrible numbers, but when you're kind of hamstrung with that quarterback room, I thought he did a relatively good job. And he was Derek Carr's quarterback coach before becoming the offensive coordinator in 2017. In 2015 and 2016, Carr put up pretty solid numbers those 2 years as well. That was his second and third year in the league. Arguably, I think his 2015 season was one of his better ones. Same with 2016. I thought he was, solid. That's the 1 year that he ended up missing time, if I'm not mistaken. He did. He missed the game, but he went 12-3 as a starter. Threw for 262.5 yards per game, 96.7 rating, 28 touchdowns, 6 picks. The 2 years under Derek Carr as the quarterback's coach was impressive. He put up pretty solid numbers, I would say, in 2015 and 2016. So good on that connection with Downing and Carr. Unfortunately, there is some bad that is going to be attached here, in addition to just what you see on the field. So you might be saying to yourself, Todd Downing, why does that name sound familiar? Well, he just spent 3 days in jail, not even 2 weeks ago. And the reason why was because he had a DUI during the regular season this year. The incident happened back in November. He got bailed out and then decided to serve his time. It was, I think the 31st to February 2nd. He stayed on until the end of the year, and then the Tennessee Titans decided to move on from their offensive coaching staff and the offensive coordinator. I'm not saying that, no one deserves a second chance. That's not my job to sit here and say that he does not deserve it. He definitely does not deserve a second chance here, but that is part of the story. And again, he was in jail not 2 weeks ago. So that is something that you have to consider in this hire. Okay production on the field, some nice moments, better moments as a quarterback coach than as an offensive coordinator. Let's be completely honest, as an offensive coordinator, but that's not his role. He's going to be a passing game coordinator, so working with the passing attack on offense. And with the Lions and the Raiders as a quarterback coach, he had success doing that. So he's going to be put in that role. He's not going to be a play caller, which is fine. So let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, I am Matt O'Leary, and we'll talk to you next time.